temptation is not outside anymore, it's in our pockets. The gaze promises pleasure, but often leaves behind emptiness. The real danger is becoming numb to it. Not every sin begins with an action. Some begin with a look, a moment, a glance that feels small, harmless, maybe forgettable. But in reality, that look can plant something deep in the heart. And in Islam, in its mercy, does not only protect actions, it protects hearts before they break. When Allah speaks about modesty in the Qur'an, He does not begin with clothing, as you might think. He begins with the eyes. Tell the believing men to lower their gaze and guard their chastity, is what is written in the Quran. And then he follows, and tell the believing woman to lower their gaze as well. Before anything else, Allah teaches us to control what we look at, because the eyes are the doorway to the heart. A glance is not just a glance. The scholars said the gaze is a seed, thoughts are what grow from it, and actions are the fruit. What you and I repeatedly look at slowly shapes what we desire, and what we desire eventually shapes who we become. This is why the Prophet ﷺ warned us, the eyes commit zina, and their zina is the gaze. Not physical zina, of course, but a step towards it, a spark before the fire. Islam is realistic in this. You cannot control every first glance. The Prophet ﷺ said to Ali radiallahu anh, do not follow a glance with another. The first is for you, but the second is against you. The first glance may be accidental, but the second one is a choice. And that choice is where the test begins. A haram gaze does not just stay in the eyes. It travels. It enters the heart, lingers in the mind, replays in the solitude. And slowly, it can weaken your focus in salah, make haram seem normal, or make halal feel less satisfying, create restlessness inside, and so forth. A scholar from the last century beautifully points to this reality. When the heart attaches itself to fleeting beauty, it suffers, because that beauty is temporary. The gaze promises pleasure, but often leaves behind emptiness. Today, lowering the gaze is harder than ever, because temptation is not outside anymore, it's in our pockets. Constant, accessible, private. And because it is so common, it feels normal. But something being normal does not make it harmless. The real danger is not just the act, it's becoming numb to it. This is not just about avoiding sin, it is about gaining something better. The scholars said, whoever lowers their gaze for the sake of Allah, Allah replaces it with light in the heart. You begin to feel more peace, more focus in worship, more respect for people, more control over yourself. You are no longer pulled by every image. You become free. And let's be honest, everyone slips. The problem here is not falling. The problem is staying down. If you look at something you shouldn't, look away. Immediately. Say astaghfirullah. Don't justify it. Don't continue it. And more importantly, don't let shaitan tell you, well, you already messed up, so keep going. No, we should not let that happen. Every moment is a new chance to turn back. Lowering the gaze is not about suppressing attraction. It is about elevating how you see people, not as objects, not as desires, but as souls, as servants of Allah. When the gaze is purified, the heart becomes respectful in that sense, and love itself becomes cleaner. No one sees when you lower your gaze. No applauses, no recognition, but Allah sees it, and that's the most important bit. And on the day when even small deeds matter, that one moment when you looked away for His sake only may weigh more than you think. This is a quiet jihad, a private struggle. But every time you choose Allah over your desire, you are rewriting your heart. May Allah protect our eyes and help us take the right steps in our lives. Ameen. Until next time. Salam.